Here is a recipe that you can use whenever you conduct a test of significance. The first thing you want to do is you want to identify the parameter of interest. In a test of significance, you are going to test the claim about a population parameter, and you want to identify that parameter in step number 1. Step number 2 is to name the test you will use in the test of significance. Is it a 1-sample z-test, a 1-sample t-test, a 2-sample z-test, or a 2-sample t-test? The third thing you want to do is check the assumptions or the conditions necessary in order to perform the particular test that you named in step number 2. The fourth step is to name the null hypothesis, both in English and in symbols. When we say symbols, the symbols will always be of the form H0, such that, suppose your parameter of interest was the population mean, that mu equals mu naught. Once you have the null hypothesis, then you want to state the alternative hypothesis, again, both in English and in symbols. The symbols for the alternative are HA, and the two-sided alternative for this test would be that mu is not equal to mu naught. The sixth step is to give the formula and the value of your test statistic. Next step is to sketch the sampling distribution of the test statistic. On the sketch, you want to indicate where your test statistic falls on the sampling distribution. Then you want to shade the area that corresponds to the p-value for the test. Once you have the p-value shaded, go ahead and calculate the p-value. Using that p-value, compare it to your alpha level and decide whether you should reject or fail to reject the null hypothesis. The last and final step, which is probably the most important step in your test of significance, is to summarize the results in English and in context of the problem. Things that must be included in your summary are you need to include the p-value, the alpha level, and your decision, and again, everything in context of the problem. These are the 10 steps that you must follow each and every time you do a test of significance.